Hello! Hi, Seekers! Welcome back to the Stardust Cafe. Today, we're going to be doing another episode of Stars Create-a-ccino. You can thank Bomber for that name. He's the guy with the TV head.
Hello?
Yes! So, the name you might have noticed. Well, this is the first episode we've sat down to record after I posted the first episode, after I posted JRL's, I write a character, and now we're going to react to it.
Indeed. I should be on break, but ignore the sign. So given that the fact that this is Leadbomber's prompt, he's going to be reading out his thing. If it were my prompt, I would be reading it out.
Well, then,
Without
I
further
shall
ado, would you
read
like to begin?
my prompt. Monster royalty. A noble or royal of an inhuman, monstrous race presents themselves in humanoid society. They seem disturbing due to their nature or demeanor. Bonus challenge. Forbidden love. This character has an infatuation with one of the normal humanoid people. Touch on this a bit. Star, who did you make for us?
Indeed.
I have but a single word for the name today. Ruin.
Oh,
Very nice.
interesting.
Very nice.
Ominous.
A
Ominous
self-fulfilling prophecy. By design.
Oh.
I see.
Alright.
So, shall we read?
I have to warn you,
We should-
this is the longest one by far.
Well, then I
Oh,
best
okay.
get reading.
I'm gonna lock myself in.
Centuries ago, a once thriving empire sought to ascend their emperor to not just ruler of the world, but to become a true god. On the quest to achieve true immortality and ascend beyond humanity, they began researching how to splice the strengths of a variety of monsters into the Meridian body. Starting with humans, elves, and dwarves, they captured a vast variety of criminals or prisoners of war and partially chimericized them.
Oh.
This horrific large-scale research led a great many medical discoveries, but was considered a failure as most subjects turned out horribly disfigured and were unable to utilize the traits of the monsters they were combined with. Many went insane from pain, and ill-fitting chemicals came from their new organs. So, very deadly, very bad, very awful.
Yeah, basically,
Indeed.
there's a reason why you don't mix a dire wolf and a human.
The
Alright,
subject,
interesting. Kind of a Frankenstein thing.
the subject that could be considered closest to a success was an elven female merged with the flesh of a dragon, the eyes of a beholder, and a mimic.
Oh shit.
Even this subject was horribly disfigured, though, having long white hair, a human face with eyes that didn't work, several monstrous eyes growing out of their body above their chest and on their shoulders, and bloody red skin with large mouths growing across their body. They had, however, managed to inherit powers from all three monsters, making them ridiculously strong. Far stronger than even the researchers realized.
Shit.
It's quite the chimera.
You're saying that. Alright, let's continue.
Filled with, I would assume, murderous rage and resent for the Empire, the subject was still intelligent. She bided her time till the day of the Empire's largest experiment, where the Emperor's own son volunteered to merge with the miniaturized heart of a dragon. In honor of the chaos she would cause that day, she gave herself the name Ruin. When
That's not
security
ominous
was
at all.
slightly laxed from the excitement, she struck. Ruin ripped through the guards in that section like they were fruit, released experimental subject after experimental subject, and caused mass chaos as she ran through memorized paths to release more and more experiments, slaughtering guards, researchers, and civilians on a warpath.
Oh shit.
I might have gone slightly insane when I wrote all of this.
Yeah.
Who
With
could
the
have
Empire in a state of
foreseen
panic,
this?
Ruin led the strongest of her Chimera hybrids to the center, where the Emperor's son was undergoing a very, very experimental heart transplant and killed every single person she could find. She personally devoured the royal prince himself, along with the dragon heart, to make herself whole. And got a power boost in the process.
Oh shit.
Talk about Kirby.
Yep, this
Ruin
is
is
one of the
right.
stories behind how the largest empire on Earth became known as the Land of Ruins. But this isn't relevant today. After causing untold chaos among the empire, Ruin led the surviving subjects who still had a reason to escape into the labyrinth catacombs underneath. From
Hmm.
there, she decided that she would lead whoever chose to stay under her while letting the rest part their own ways. Rejecting the title of experimental subjects, she renamed her and her people Chimerians as a new race. Those who followed her led north under the merchant nation. How do you pronounce this star?
Lariatne.
Lariat, but there's an R.
Lariatne. It's literally as it's written.
Oh, like lariat. So Lariatne.
Yes.
Ah, gotcha.
Mm.
Where she spent the next few hundred years creating a new city that eventually expanded into a small nation, of which she was crowned queen.
Yeah, we got to the point where she's monster
Chimerian.
royalty. It only took like a full page and a half.
All it took
Chimerians
was a
is
bloodbath of the
such an
royal family.
Yeah.
Chimerians is such an interesting name.
It
Let's
is.
continue.
Currently, Queen Ruin and her nation Haven have made their presence known and are attempting to establish diplomatic relations with the other nearby nations. She herself has made several trips to the surface, where she rather enjoys the fear her new appearance brings to regular humanoids on first meeting, and the respect they show upon seeing her strength. Perhaps she was a humble, simple woman once, but the life before Ruin was long forgotten. She enjoyed being feared, respected, and adored. She often wears elegant dresses and adorns herself with jewelry typical of any other Meridian noble or royal. But she lacks the haughty attitude that is so playful with how she interacts with people, showing little sign of the woman who had once slaughtered hundreds of people centuries ago.
Okay, before we continue any further, I would like to just share one thing with you guys.
Yes.
Mhm.
There.
Shit.
You already have the design?
I
She
went
started out
insane
very
when
interesting.
writing her, and I was like, I have no idea how this would look. So I drew her.
I mean, yeah, that's a monster lady.
Okay, so I'm looking at this and I see the blind eyes, the real eyes that are all over her shoulders,
And chest.
the mouth and the chest, which I imagine is the mimic mouth,
Yes.
dragon-like skin. Yeah,
Did
it's a good
I
one.
did I succeed?
Oh, you
I'm gonna
absolutely
say it.
did.
It's a really good design.
Better than I could have ever imagined, honestly.
Yeah. What kind of magic she using there?
Continue
It was
on.
like fire.
Oh yeah, I should continue because you'll probably get into that. All right. Ruin is naturally gifted at elemental and aberration magic.
I was
Ad-
right.
abjuration,
Abjuration.
yeah,
Abjuration is
abjuration
defensive
magic.
magic.
Right, sorry, I'm just bad at pronouncing magic sometimes.
No, don't worry.
Which is intensely strengthened by her draconic abilities, making her as strong as a dragon in combat. With the eyes of a
Dear God.
beholder embedded in her, she can nullify magic with her sight and unleash several different magic beams through her many eyes, including petrification, disintegration, and sleep rays.
I
Dear
stopped
God.
short of giving her the death ray.
Yep, as a mimic,
I mean-
she can turn any part of her body into a mighty maw and bite in and eat most materials, including steel. This is also
Jesus.
what lets her retain a humanoid shape.
Yeah, I mean, I love how you stopped at death ray, but you were like, yeah, disintegration
It's
bits.
like,
You know,
listen, if I can't burn you with a dragon fire, fuck it. I'm gonna turn you to ashes with disintegration.
you know, when you first described this design aspect, I was picturing something similar to how you handled the beholder eyes and the dragon skin. But when I was thinking of the mimic thing, I'm just like, so is like her lower body just like a treasure chest,
Oh my
or?
god, no, I didn't want to copy our beautiful mimic boy. No.
Well, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I was just asking because I didn't know how the mimic was gonna work, but no, it's just the mouths all over her body.
No.
I mean, technically speaking, a mimic can transform itself into a dead body. That is an item.
That is an item. Anyway, as of lately, she has found herself in a odd predicament. While negotiations have been going smoothly after spending a few years settling the road bumps, there was a problem that neither she nor her council could find a solution to.
Oh
She
no.
had fallen in love with an elf, blessed by a greater spirit who recently arrived in La Lariant
Lariantne.
Lariantne from lands far away. This bronze elf with long red hair was but a common adventurer. He
No.
was one of the few people who showed no fear upon first seeing her and treated her as friendly as he would talking to a random neighbor despite her power and status. He's an idiot, but a charming and honest one. True kryptonite.
Oh no.
Yes,
Lovable idiot spotted. It's
Nisha!
all over.
Oh god.
Our
Anyway,
beautiful,
Nisha,
as a
oh my
queen,
beautiful
gosh.
she can't.
barbarian.
Yep, yep, yep. As a queen, she can't simply take anyone she wants as her mate slash partner. And if she were to take a surface dweller, it would far better relations between nations if they were royalty and not just some common guy. But few
Yeah.
were willing to go down that route. At least few nobles were willing to go down that route. It was even questionable if a normal elf could even give her a child, but she also couldn't simply forget this longing in her heart that grew the longer she spent time with him. What was she supposed to do in this dilemma?
The stakes, you notice? The stakes, you notice, have rapidly diminished story wise, but rapidly grown personal wise.
I love this so much. I'm the lore boy basically for for the story. This is so so unique.
God,
Is this a s
uh, I'm gonna ask a question because I'm not too familiar with the world. This is Lost Doctor, right?
This is the Lost Doctor Soul,
Yep, the
yes.
Lost Doctor Soul.
Andrew, do you know any place called Haven?
You wanna know what's funny? The original name for the story was actually called Havenbound.
Oh, right,
Um,
right. So, as someone who wrote the original, help write all that stuff, what's your thoughts of Haven coming back up with this character in
oh
particular?
my god. Well, it's certainly interesting, especially when you add in Chimerians. Very interesting name there, Star.
Stolen like a rootless bitch.
Yeah, so fun fact, that is a very interesting name because I also helped design lore around a race in a different story, a different world, based off of, well,
With literally the same
Chimerians.
origin.
And congratulations, Star. You are a thief.
I'm a, I'm a little thieving cat bitch,
Yeah,
but I
You
this
stole
are.
from a
whole
cat, so it
chimera,
doesn't count.
this whole society of chimeras just raises questions to me. Like, so are they able to make more chimeras? Not like
Yeah.
experiments, obviously not. I think they would avoid that, but
Yeah,
like,
I mean their genetics have been completely altered now.
yeah, I, it's just questionable how that would work. But they are able to make more chimeras.
Yeah.
Because it's either that or they're, insanely long living creatures
No, no,
that
they're able to
have a
reproduce.
hard time dying.
They're able to reproduce. The thing is, I was tempted to call them simic hybrids, but I feel like that's a D&D term.
It is. I. So they are
That
able to reproduce.
an
I have to go to the
interesting
drawing board.
character.
She is a queen, and you mentioned she's underneath the she's underground. First of all, as a D&D nerd, this immediately makes me think of the Underdark.
Essentially,
Um,
she has created the Underdark.
Holy fuck. Okay, interesting. It also makes me think of Undertale, but that's neither here nor there.
Or, I was also so tempted. Like, originally, when I sat down to think about it, I'm like, okay, monster character. And I just sat down and just like, what the hell do I do? I was so tempted, like Drow, Rider, and I'm like, you know what? No, 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 no. Let's not half-ass this. We're writing
We're
a
going to make
monster character, so
the
make them
most
look like a
monster,
monster.
more monster. Dragon, that's not enough. Mimic, puh, nah. We're just gonna put all these in a blender and see what happens.
Behold me!
Also, add one of the strongest goddamn monsters in the entire game of Dungeons and Dragons, known as the Beholder.
How in the world did they get a beholder for this experiment in the first place?
Listen, listen.
Well, it did
They had a
say in the
lot of
beginning, as I was
they did
paying
a lot of
attention,
work.
that there was a once thriving empire that was very, very strong.
That
Yes,
doesn't answer
Could be
the like.
possible.
Yeah, but like a beholder could like make ruin to a kingdom. It's a good monster. What I'm wanting to know is like, what's? It's got to have like a pretty good military force to
yeah,
just
it was
kill
incredibly
a
strong.
beholder and take its eyes.
I mean, truth be told,
I
when you
also do
have
know
a
this is not the only event that brought down the empire. They fucked around in many ways and found out in many ways. That's why I said
oh,
this is
really?
one of the
That is
stories that led to the empire just completely falling. In fact,
okay.
currently in the world, that region is literally called the land of ruins because if you go there, they're just ruins. There's literally nothing, not even a single life, no plants, nothing,
Hmm.
just desolate wasteland.
Well, I'm gonna be honest. This is one of the best written. Hold on. I will state, first of all, this is one of the best written characters you've ever made. Only minor thing is I plagiarism. Like, you flagrantly just ripped an entire concept from Litany. Um,
Yep,
so
yes, I did.
But on the other side, like I'm taking a look at all this. You really did cover your bases. You hit every single thing you were required to do, and like holy fuck, you even made some killer art as well. Like in time and in connection with this character you've created, as also Ruin, very unique name, love
Very
it.
nice name.
Um, I guess for would you like to start with a question, or would you like to have me start?
You start with questions mainly because I don't have any good ones.
All right. So I guess my question is, she's a royal. Um, does she's crowned as as the queen? Is she the only royal member of this royal ruling class, or is there more?
She is the only royal member. She is the
Okay, good
one
to know.
true ruler.
All right, all right. And my next question is, when she goes up to converse with the surface people, you mentioned her showing off. Um, does this mean she does like what kind of showing off does she do?
How to say this? She likes to make an
Uh-huh.
entrance.
Kicks
All
in the
right.
door, bugles from the
No,
Chimera musicians blaring as she struts in.
uh,
All
you
right.
do know monster waves happen every month, right? Every month there's about a confluence where there's just it constant storms, and then there's also the monster waves.
Yeah.
She often shows up during a monster wave. Specifically, she she watches, and when there's like, oh, you're having trouble with the strongest monster, doesn't exist anymore.
Bring in the corpse.
It's like it doesn't exist. So there we go. Hello, I see you're having trouble with a few insects.
This leads me to my next
Bring in the
question.
carapaces.
This leads me to my next question, by the way. Oh, wait, actually, no, sorry, my bad. Led, do you have any questions?
So we've talked about her and personality wise. I want to know what does she do when she's not in princess mode, queen mode? When she's not doing royal stuff, what does she just do in like free time? She just like
A good question.
spying on this elf, or does she actually have like things she does?
That'd be hilarious.
I mean,
all her
I mean,
time,
she
all her
no,
time is just spent on fucking.
no, she's not alive.
Does she?
Cool. Tell me about it.
Tell us.
Well, granted, for the past few hundred years, a lot of it has just been has just been super busy with making sure everything she built doesn't crumble apart because they built because they built into the cave wrong, and now there's a giant cave in. You know,
Yeah,
so it's
but
essentially just a matter of a whole lot of putting out fires. But outside of that, honestly, her hobbies include raising monsters.
Ooh.
has a
Okay.
pet organ. I
Yeah.
mean, like the traditional kind of basilisk looking one, not
You
the
know,
humanoid one.
So
Like I'm
basically,
talking
I would
like
say she's kind of a full-on what was it, a
basilisk.
biologist.
so she went full circle.
Yeah, basically, she's also stolen quite a few of the notes from way back when from the Empire. Like
Oh
after,
crap!
like
Is she
again,
doing
in the
experiments?
after
That
it
feels
became
very
a land of
wrong.
ruin, she basically went back there with a few of her people and just stole some of the research notes, whatever she could find. Well, partially to make
She's
sure
not
that no
doing
one ever does this
chimeras, is
again,
she?
and also because they belong to her. You
She didn't
know?
do chimera stuff, did she?
No, she didn't do. I mean, it's mostly just how to essentially make her race prosper. Fix some of the
Ah,
defects over time. Uh, Basically make reproduction possible. To safely do reproduction without like just causing all sorts of major
God.
chaos.
How much of a process would it be to unlock sex?
I mean, it was probably always possible, but it's just a matter
I
of
have done
for
that
the
Could have been
coding
results to
unlocked
before.
by
not be
death.
a horribly, horribly randomly generated child. It probably
I'm not
needed a
gonna lie.
little
I'm
Anyway,
bit
not
of
gonna lie
like,
to
it
you.
probably needs some
yeah,
work.
that answers my questions. Anyway,
I'm
I
not.
think that's all. So I believe it is time for the review.
Indeed. Would you like to go first, Bomber, or shall I?
Yes, I would. I will
All
give
right.
Ruin a 9 out of 10. It's as good as Doran, in my opinion. I think this is a great character. You said this might have had a little bit more writing time than most, and
Uh,
it shows. It really shows.
yeah, I think overall this
I,
might have had about 40 minutes.
right. I think there's very little I could think of that could raise this score, but I know there's things I wish I could also see from this character. Uh, hmm. Like I have queries like, what does the elf boy look? Wait, hold on.
You know
Did
what
you
the elf boy
clarify those?
looks
Yeah.
like.
What does the elf boy look like? Wait,
Uh,
who?
give me 1 second. I can show you.
Oh crap!
Anisha is,
Yeah,
by
show
the
me.
way, a main character in the Lost Doctor Soul.
Oh dang!
He's one of the main. That's why I had a reaction.
I don't know him. I want to see him. I've not
Gonna
seen too
have
much of the art for Lost
so much
Doctors, if I'm being honest.
Here we go.
Hey, I know this idiot.
fun. Yep,
Oh
that
no.
idiot.
Oh, she's. Oh no, she's doomed.
She's doomed. It's over. It's so over.
God, this is one of those characters I look at and I'm like, they have like a Goku understanding of relationships. This boy probably doesn't even know what sex is. She's doomed. She's gonna
it's so
have to
over.
really think this through if she's going to get anywhere with someone this clueless looking.
Yeah,
There are
this is
many
gonna be an
problems in
interesting
her
story.
future, but I've gone all out on this one. I'm gonna give.
I
So
like to think
I
that she
want to I
can't
want to hear
help but
Andrew's
like
rating.
try flirting with him, and he just doesn't understand that he's being flirted with.
Okay, my rating.
I'm bumping it to a 5. I'm bumping it to a 6.5. That's great.
What's a 6.5?
So, I mean a
Give me
9.5.
9.5.
9.5.
Ah!
9.5. Almost perfect. That elf reveal is made it 100% better of how desperate this relationship is going to be.
Okay, my judgment. So here's an important thing. Straight up, I want to just mention I'm in the same boat as Bomber. This is one of the best characters you've made to date, straight up. Like the details amazing, the added extra details and the like interesting world building you added is beautiful. The name is cool and the art is immaculate. Fucking beautiful and amazing. Especially the intrigue and interest into this normal elf that you know is Nisha definitely bumps this up a lot in my eyes. Problem, I simply cannot ignore the fact that you ripped away
I did.
the name of
I did
Chimerian.
like a filthy cheat.
And I have to penalize you for that. Um so you get an 8.5 out of 10 from me.
I'll fucking take
Um
it. Well,
that I, it's the most I can do in good faith, straight up.
listen,
Like,
I accept that. I accept I couldn't be fully creative.
Okay, I have one more question. It just came to me looking at the picture of her. Does she have a tail?
No.
Okay, that's fair.
Oh yeah, by the way, hold up. Let me just share this to you. This is the reference of just the body shape.
okay, interesting.
Yeah, that makes
By the
sense.
way, I gotta straight up say, if I could do individual ratings on this, the character itself and like the backstory and like the like actual art you've put is an easy 9 out of 10. Art is a 10 out of 10. The concept you have is fucking beautiful and I love it. Full marks
A
on that
bit
creativity.
surprised you didn't slap a crown on her head.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie, I
I
was also
didn't.
expecting a crown, but yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I don't think she needs one.
Oh,
That's kind of like
when
one
it
of
comes to
them.
the
Like,
next one,
you
you're going to be docking a lot of points for lack of creativity.
oh
Most likely, yeah.
no, we'll see how
You
that
guys are
goes
gonna be
next
so
time.
disappointed when you see the next one.
We'll see how that goes next
Oh,
time, then. For now,
I
let's
can't
just
wait.
wrap up this episode.
So everyone who's watching, thank you
This
so much for watching. I hope you like and subscribe if you enjoyed this series, and we're gonna be putting out more, just so you know, because I love this.
I feel like Star has been disrespecting this sign I've been holding. That's all they live for.
Goodbye.